My name is June Chanpoomidole, aka June C's, to make it a little bit easier for people to pronounce. I am an illustrator, painter, and designer emerging as well. And you can see my works at www.junesees.com, and Twitter and my blog at sincere-june.blogspot.com as well. I love to paint, I love to use acrylics, and I love to make people smile and happy and evoke emotion out of people. So, give a comment, say hello, and I'd love to meet you guys.
One thing about your illustrations, they're very bright and colourful and beautifully done, quite painterly. Why and how did you start working in this manner?
I'm still wondering about that myself. It's quite odd because I used to use pens and pencils, especially black biros and such, and I remembered projects where I had to use colour, and especially there was a complementary colour project I did. She just gave me all these really intense articles. It was the Iraq War at the time, and it was the prisoners' release as well. And I decided to sort of do that in colour. I just remembered, hey, I actually really enjoyed doing this, giving them sort of a eerie, colourful feel to it. And I just realised maybe I could use colour as an application to the light and the dark as well, to invoke emotion, to really sort of intense sort of vibrancy. I wonder that myself, but I think the painting, I think I'm quite passionate as well, especially I love applying paint. I love the way it blends, and I love the way it just sort of just looks so visually pleasing, and the strokes as well, you could tell that they're paint. That's a little obsession of mine, to be honest with you, so I just quite love it.
Particularly, why have you enjoyed doing fashion illustration recently, and why did you pick Max Jenny as the person to illustrate for the book?
I actually realised, this paint could be really, applied better with fashion illustration, and I really love, actually doing the sheen of the satin and the folds of the cloth as well. I think it really works quite well with that. In regards to Max Jenny, I just saw her designs and I thought she was perfect for me because she was absolutely colourful. My paintbrushes would actually be perfect, to represent her in some way, and especially, she's so colourful, it's so bright, and I would like to purchase one day as well. So she's trying when I get the money, but especially, it's amazing how she used recycled bottles just to make these incredible jackets, to wear. So definitely an inspiration to me, and I hope, my paint can actually represent her the best.
What kind of stuff do you do to promote your illustration? Is there anything you particularly recommend in terms of getting it out there?
I do a range wide of things, including little mail outs with simple business cards and postcards as well. I need to find a cost-effective way to do it, basically. It does tend to be a little bit too much making these intricate books, and I'm thinking I want to keep for myself. The most cost-effective ways, I have to admit, is just printing out loads of business cards. You never know who you're going to meet. In my jobs, I met engineers, publishers, teachers, and freelance who's starting their businesses. And I just had a chat to them, you see my work. I'm an illustrator. See my work. I would totally recommend that to be the most cost-effective ways of promotion. Another cost-effective way to promote is website, having a portfolio online. It makes it so much easier and environmentally healthy as well.
And how does having a good web presence complement that, for instance? Having
your name on Google searches, having Twitter definitely will lead the audiences into your work, and it's very good to sort of just keep going, just be determined to do projects, speak to people, and including if you comment on someone else's blog or Twitter and giving them advice, that your web presence sort of ups it a bit, because, you're constantly contributing to, talented creatives out there, and art swaps, definitely with fellow illustrators and fellow colleagues as well. Definitely, if you could do something for me, I'll give something for you, swapping sort of businesses together. So I think that's what I would recommend to people.